Brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Grab a cold one, crank up the volume, and join the show. Welcome to NBNR Live. Here we go.
It's no block, no rock.
Go Big Red, indeed. No block, no rock. Coming at you from the Sinovation studio in Omaha, Nebraska. Fellas, we are drinking the wonderful brews from Heavy Brewing based out of Gretna, Nebraska. Connor, I think you picked these up today, right? Was that you?
No, Mike picked them up.
Mike picked them up. So I'm going to Mike, throw it.
Don't throw it to me. Throw it to Connor. Connor knows what he's talking about. Throw it to Connor.
What IPA am I drinking here?
So I do find it funny. This is a New England IPA. If you guys don't, or if you're not familiar, I know you guys, Mike and Jared, might not be familiar with what a New England IPA is.
Enlighten me.
In the beer industry, a lot of people call them hazies. Right? They're a little bit fruitier, juicier, hazy. I do find it funny. So typically when we get these beers, they're in the crowlers from Heavy Brewing. We split them. Two people have, the same beer. Two people have the others. Today, we all drank out of the same crowler. And the beer was called Thruples Retreat. So I don't know what the dynamic is between the three of us, but
we just had to have a little thruple
apparently,
while we drank the beer.
Today, this episode is our Thruples Retreat.
JP will try to make it not so awkward for
you. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I was nicknamed a naked guy in college, so we're good.
There has to be a reason.
Oh, yeah. I streaked the quad numerous times.
Awesome.
There was a bet my freshman year, second semester. We became friends with the fraternity down there known as the Apes. And one of the guys, the DJ, was like to me and my roommate, like, hey, you guys should just get naked, go sit in the quad where the party's happening because they have, black lights and music playing, people are drinking, doesn't matter. Sure. And just see if anybody recognizes you as naked.
Yeah.
Because it's full. I mean, it's shoulder to shoulder, people dancing and drinking. And so my buddy and I were drinking shot after shot after shot. And I said, all right, let's do it. I stripped down, went right out in the quad, sat down basically like this with one leg up, a drink in my hand, and just watched people dancing, waiting. And I kept looking, and Jeff didn't come outside. of the room. And so he never came out naked. And I just sat there for 3 songs before somebody finally went, "Pah!" and noticed that I was naked. And I sat there for a couple more songs and drank, had some people come sit down next to me, some girls saying, hey, and then like, you should run around, like go outside and run naked. I go, cool. And that became my thing. So I was a naked guy at Doane College back in the day. It's now Doane University in Crete.
Wow.
So casually. Yeah. Being naked became my thing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
You want to see my party trick? Watch this.
Let's get naked. I didn't mind it.
Oh, that's
So, yeah.
awesome.
That was the reaction you got was,
It's just like a laugh and a poke.
oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. He's naked.
I see a lot.
At least they weren't laughing at you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I would be like, hey, I would have probably stuck around longer if they were laughing at me. Just to drive them crazy. But.
Well, look, this beautiful, not naked man.
Yep.
Thank God he's not naked. I don't know how many hazies we need here, but
How many thruples we need to have before?
Not 51. I'm cool with just keeping my clothes on.
That's a bonus.
Literally.
Now 50 was a different story.
Right. Yeah. We went to Vegas for the 50th. So yeah, had some fun.
the most, dare I say, the most beautiful voice in the state of Nebraska.
Oh,
JP
most
Kyhn.
definitely.
Nah, there's some good ones. I mean, like I'm right up there with the good ones. There's some good voices. Like Pavelka is one of the best.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Make room for daddy.
I'm going to pass
That
out.
was tremendous. Oh my God, he was great. And Kyle Crooks is coming to his own too. I really appreciate what he's done with Greg's passing. So he's done a pretty good job with it. And
For sure.
I love
Absolutely.
it was Matt Coatney who helped me get into basketball and doing the PA stuff. Him and John Bishop back in the day helped me get hired for Husker women's basketball, and then got me the audition to be with the guys. So yeah. Kind of cool.
You do an excellent job as someone
Thanks, man.
who sits in PBA every game.
Yeah.
I usually send you a picture of yourself. I'm always like,
One of
Zoom.
like 20. It's great. It's so fun. It's like, hey,
Hey, there you are. Yep, 313 way up here.
Yeah.
And
have
there's
you,
JP down on the floor.
Yeah.
Have you muted Mike's text yet?
Nah.
No, he always responds. I can tell when he reads them too.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I'll send him a picture of himself, and then I'll be like, hey, Sarah, watch this, or whoever's sitting next to me. Hey, watch this. And then you'll see him look at his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Then
Yeah,
respond.
you see that naked guy sitting down there. He's gonna look. He's gonna look up here in 3, 2.
You know how desperately I want to wear this hat at the table, and I can't.
Nope.
It's like you have to
Stop.
be as neutral as possible
That's right.
when sitting at the table. I even thought about, like, I got a brand new onesie for our onesie crawl before Christmas time. I was like, could I just show up for Christmas time? It's Christmas-ish. Could I just wear? No.
No.
Got to be neutral. You're at the scores table. Got to be neutral.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the N stands for, I thought.
Is
I
that
thought
what
it
it
was-
is? Neutral?
Yeah. Knowledge, neutral,
Knowledge, neutral.
whatever you want to call
Knowledge
it.
with an N.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, Heavy Brewing, Gretna, Nebraska. Get to their tap room. They got just the best beers in the state. Okay, so do us a favor. Tell them that NBNR sent you. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, JP,
Yes, sir.
touch on Nebraska ball a little bit. That has to be the first thing that we start with. I had someone at
It's
work.
the most important thing.
Yeah. Someone at work said, don't even talk about football. And I said, well, look, you got to talk about football, but
We have to.
Nebraska ball ranked number 8,
8. Wow.
tied for the highest ever.
Talk about goosebumps, right?
That's
seriously.
That's finally like an ROI. As someone who has had season tickets for a very long time,
Yeah.
and has seen some really interesting basketball teams, we'll say, I'm finally getting a return on my investment, which isn't very much to sit up in the 300s,
Right.
but it's been so much fun.
Yeah. And the thing about it for me, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, is Fred, ever since he's come, he piecemealed together some teams.
Oh, yeah.
Guys that were just transfers from random spots from Europe, Teddy Buckets, all these randos that came in. You got the McGowan brothers that did pretty well when they came in. And he just kept on getting good guys that would go to battle with their teammates every game. And eventually, instead of a bunch of individuals, you got a bunch of guys playing at just lights out speed. And the only thing missing from the Casey Tominaga days was the defense that this team has, and the fact that if the three isn't falling, go to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving the ball around, go to the basket, make something happen. And that's where it's like, where you're like, as a fan, you're like, oh, the ball's going to drop on the, sometimes the shoe's going to drop while we're on the road. Nope.
Nope.
We're going to come back from 16 down. All right, cool. It's because of that mindset that this team has, and everybody on the team, Sam Hoiberg, Braden Frager, Price Sanford, guys just will dive at the ball. They'll chase everything. Barricade, like they don't have any care about their body. They're there to win the game. However, they got to win the game, and that's what's fun about it.
Yeah, few guys that you even didn't even mention. I mean, like Kel Jacobson.
Oh yeah,
no,
he's a glue guy.
Yeah,
selfless.
Yeah, he doesn't score any points, but he's out there destroying other teams defensively and getting the ball around, making a great rebound or an assist at just the right point. Like he just does his job. Barricade, I think the last home game didn't score a single point, but the guy was like Dennis Rodman. He was chasing balls, getting rebounds, getting block shots. He just does it. And it doesn't matter. It's not about padding his stats. It's about winning the game. And they don't care about anything other than just winning the damn game. And that's the fun part about it.
It's something that we talked about. Jared, Mike, and Kyle, who's not here today, unfortunately. Kyle,
Kyle, I miss you, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, and
We'll talk baby stuff because
Yeah.
I've got a little one too.
he's a responsible father,
Right.
real dick.
I thought about bringing my kid and just strap it to my chest.
Yeah,
And
right.
having Hogan sit here for his first podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That'll be something we have to do when Hogan is old enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have to be the first podcast he comes
You
on.
got it. Guaranteed. Locked in.
Might be more coherent by the end of it than we are.
Yeah.
but so like my entire life, I was in 5th grade. I became a Duke basketball fan, ultimately go on to attend and graduate from the University of Nebraska.
Yeah.
And for the first time in my life, this year, I texted these guys, a week ago, 10 days ago. And I said, for the first time in my life, Nebraska basketball has a better chance, in my opinion, to win a national championship than the Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah. It's
And
true.
it's one of those things that legitimately I meant. They just don't care. Like there is no individuality on that team. It is one unit, one goal.
Right.
It's beautiful.
It's astounding. And it can come from anybody. It can come from Rink. It can come from Jamarcus. It can come from Price. It can come from Sam. It can come from a player off the bench in Kale, or back when Connor was playing, it came from Connor. And unfortunately he went down, but like that's lucky-ish for us next year with the way the team will line up roster-wise. It's like there's every single player on that team, even Kendall Blue coming off the bench, or Jared Garcia is amazing. Like he has really grown, because I know they were really holding him off and like getting him in shape, getting him ready to go. And now we're seeing him at his peak, and it's fun to watch him play. And Oogie, when he got in there, he was exciting and fun. It's just everybody does their job. Doesn't matter what the thing is that they need to do. They just do it and win.
Okay,
So-
you said Oogie.
Yeah.
Can you say his whole name?
Ugnis Jurashevicius.
There it
that
is.
was good.
I did the same thing with Barricade Buchtengel back when he first got here. I practiced that 50 times a day.
Look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah. And and I always check to see if he's going to be available or not. Just like, okay, all right, got to do a couple more times. Gotta say his name a couple more times.
Get warmed up.
Yeah.
So it was this last Sunday. We did not record this last Monday, but we did talk about on this Nebraska team. It seems like there is, I think what we said was Rank is the guy that keeps everybody accountable. And weirdly enough, and I don't know why in the last 7 to 8 days, I've developed this opinion is I don't think it's just Rank. I think they're all holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Rank certainly, I think, is probably
He's the father of the group.
Yeah,
the father.
yeah, certainly the biggest one, but they all kind of are grabbing each other like, hey, in a nice way, like, don't be a dumb shit. Like, we still got to get out here and win this game.
Like when Braden Frager got busted for the finger guns, it was the three
scissor
symbol,
three,
whatever.
yeah.
When he got busted for that, the first two people that came to him were Rank and Sam. And then everybody else, Jamarcus went over, everybody helped him through it. And then he did great this last game. So it's like, you got to get past the emotion of it. And he's young. And so they're helping him grow. By the time he leaves here, hopefully as a senior, and they've been dominant for the next couple of years, he'll have grown and be able to do that for the next group of guys coming in.
I don't know. I don't know if you saw it from, I know you were working, doing your job during that game, but that Frager incident with whatever his last name was, the Michigan State guy, they were coming out of that timeout and they like bumped into each other.
Oh yeah.
And they chirped right before that.
He'd been chirping. The
Yes.
Michigan State kid had been chirping the entire game at Braden. And Braden, he has the personality that like, oh, okay, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're
Bet.
doing.
We're going to go. And
And
every word out of his mouth was at this guy. He that's where the Dennis Rodman comes out at him, where he's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to keep coming at you and see what you do. Are you going to be the first one to throw a punch? Are you going to be the first one to knock me to the ground? And I'm just going to take it and like, okay, cool. He's not going to fight back.
No,
He's going to take it like Cale Jacobson standing there and taking a charge or somebody like that. He's going to just take it. And like, I don't care. Like the Indiana kid,
that was
the
chirping.
weird mullet and the bad mustache. Like, like he fouls Cale and then tries to snatch the ball out of his hand. And like Bearcase like right there, like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And he's just dropping F-bombs at him. And it's like, no, that's the wrong way to handle that. Because you know Braden's going to come in and do the exact same thing to you.
Well, that's for some reason today I was, scrolling Twitter with Gary Sharp's name in my search bar. But I found that Gary Sharp referred to Frager as a dickhead, but he meant it in a good way.
Oh yeah, no, you need to have a good dickhead on your
He's
team.
a dickhead.
You need to have a good dickhead.
It's true.
Yeah.
I was the dickhead on the Creed High School basketball team. I couldn't score with a lick, but I could play defense and drive people crazy. I had the fastest foul out in Creed High School basketball.
Wait, okay. So you know that off the top of your head.
Yeah.
How fast was it?
2 minutes and 38 seconds
Total?
You got 5 fouls.
I only come in to. I was in a.
You were a
enforcer.
goon.
The mercenary,
I was a
the goon.
Yeah,
The goon.
like in hockey, I was a goon, and we were playing. I think it was Chad Diaz, and they were killing us. We were down by like 12 at halftime, and my coach is like, "Okay, you're going in. I want you to be on Chad like a fly on shit and just drive him nuts." And I fouled him, and then he tried to do a juke move on me, and he rolled his ankle and went out of the game. And then coaches, I like looked at him. He's like, he's out. He's like, just stand. I got a rebound, and then I missed the shot, and then another guy came in and get the rebound, and I fouled him, and that was it. And we won by 10. We ended up coming from behind to win by 10 because Chad wasn't playing because I knocked him out of the game.
That's like
You need a dick.
That's one of those things where you print out your own box score and frame it. Just hang it on your wall.
It's got to be somewhere. Like the Crete News has got to have it somewhere. I should look.
Well, because again, these guys have their jobs. They know what their jobs are. There's no egos, right? Maybe in the past, you could look at maybe some guys on the team. If we want to name names, I don't know. I guess like a guy like Cam Mack, maybe if things don't go his way or if he's not scoring enough points.
Teddy Buckets was
was the number one. Yeah. Great scorer. Got that scoring record or whatever.
Woo!
But he wanted the ball all the time.
And if he's not scoring, the team's probably gonna lose.
Yeah.
Well, even
Because
when he
that's what
did
you
score,
leaned
we
on.
lost a lot of games. When he scored, Dude could score 30 points and we still get our ass kicked.
He scored a record amount of points and we ended up
we
losing
lost.
that game.
Yes.
Like,
That's right.
yeah. If you don't have a group of guys that are willing to go to battle, you're not winning, period.
Listen, they got down 16 and I go, all right, Indiana's shooting at an unbelievable clip.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this is just going to be one of those games. And I'm like, it's too bad it had to end. It's going to end eventually.
Yeah.
It will
end eventually.
Yeah.
But if this team is down 20 with 20 seconds left, I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
you know what?
Maybe. Why not us?
Maybe. I'm not doubting this team anymore, dude. They've proven enough to me to where if I start doubting them, that's a skill issue on my part.
Well, and I tweeted, so Jared and I watched the game together, and I tweeted, well, when we went down 16, I was like, well, 19 game was fun. And I already told him, I said, if they come back, it's because 20 is better. And guess what? People roasted me and everything. I'm like, because 20 is better.
It's better.
19 was fun. 20 is more fun.
And if those people give you shit, you're going to go, what? 20's not better?
Is it
Are you
not?
saying?
Yeah.
Is it not?
What I find really interesting, and I believe this streak stayed until that game, was this season, Indiana, prior to Nebraska, had scored 86 or more points in every single game. You get down 16 to a team like that.
Yeah.
You're not crazy to be like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, you're not crazy to have that thought, not even at the back of your brain. Like that, like, frankly, at like 13, 14 down, I was kind of thinking, okay. Yeah, again, longest win streak in the NCAA comes to an end eventually, whatever. That is, especially in football, we've talked a lot about mental toughness. We talked about it in baseball as well.
Freaking A.
We've talked about it a lot, but it's rare that we talk about it with this basketball team.
Right.
Well, because it's not just that Indiana typically scores a lot, but, as Nebrasketball fans, as people Mike, that have had season tickets for a long time. They've seen a lot of ball. They've had a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment. And so there's still a little bit of that little voice back there. So, but again, this team's different.
It's different. It's fun.
They're built different.
They're built different physically because of the defense, the
Mentally,
Hoiberg
too.
identity, and mentally.
Yeah.
Have you guys started to enjoy the doubt now? Because like at
Yeah, a little
10-0,
bit.
11-0, everyone's like Nebraska's
Little bit.
kind of fraudy. Like
Yeah.
they're frauds.
Yeah.
At that time, 10-0, 11-0, I was like, yeah, maybe. Now at 16-0,
I saved my receipts, man.
16-0, Michigan State, Indiana 16-point comeback. It's like, are we? Are we fraudy?
Are we fraudy? I don't think so.
I'm kind of welcoming the comments now. Like, I want you to say it.
But it's like, that brings up an interesting conversation because what do you mean by fraud? What do you mean? Like
Well-
if this team doesn't make the Sweet 16, are we saying that they're frauds?
They
Like,
got to win a
what's the-
tournament game. That's it, guys.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. People have
That's
asked
the
me, they're
bar.
like,
That's
okay,
the bar.
that's the bar.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, do you think this team could actually go to Elite Eight or something? I'm like, you guys are like moving freaking goalposts here.
Yeah.
We are the worst power basketball program of all time. And our bar is literally, if we win a tournament game, Fred is going to get a statue outside PBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Like that. Like I look at the rafters and you see those 4 jerseys up there.
Yeah.
And you're like, none of those guys won a tournament game.
Mm-mm.
Like this entire roster might be in the rafters, especially a guy like Sam Hoiberg or Rank Master or something like that.
Right.
They might be in the rafters because that's how special this team is and how bad of a history we've had.
Yeah,
you know?
truly.
Mike, they're not moving goalposts. They're moving fucking cities.
That's what I'm
dude.
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
We are in different
Dude,
states.
right.
all they have to do, and that's the thing about this team, is okay. In the past, when Nebraska makes a tournament, we're usually in as like an 8 or a 9 or something where you're
Yeah.
playing a very like opponent.
Similar. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If Nebraska can squeak in and get a top 3 seed, you're going to play an inferior opponent, which I don't think this team will take a team as an inferior
no,
opponent.
no.
They're too smart for that. But I'm just saying this will be the year where you're actually matching up against a team that is not the same or maybe a little bit better than you. So they have a really good chance this year.
Another thing I like about this team is they are winning games like in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, we had said the Indiana game was a bad matchup because they have good shooters, and typically Nebraska does the best when there's a big man that they need to guard against.
Right.
Yes.
But they're winning these different styles of games where in the past, you know, you go up against Texas A&M, you got guys literally jumping out of the gym
Mm-hmm.
and they're hot from 3. So it's just like a terrible matchup. You know, they could have easily played another team that year and, you know, gone on to the next round. But the thing about this team is I'm not sure that there's a squad out there that is a bad matchup because I feel like we can kind of mold into whatever we need to be in that game. So
Fred's gamemanship and Nate too, and the way that they run the offense and the defense, they are really good at the analytics and figuring out the best way to beat a team. And they'll go in. The best part about it is that the planning that goes into it. Like Fred's like, I got to get done with the press conference because they got to get ready for the next competition. And the team is bought into that too. Like they'll go and celebrate a little bit in the locker room. All right, everybody change, do what you got to do for post, and let's get out of here and let's get ready for the next game. And that mindset of what's next, let's go 1-0 again. Let's go 1-0 again. It's infectious, but it's also fantastic. And that's the way you do it with basketball is they'll pick apart a team. And then at halftime, they'll go in and say, okay, we told you, like we knew this is what they were going to come with. And this guy got hot. So we got to figure our crap out and go out there and do our job and compete again. And if somebody just isn't hot, then just drive to the basket, get rebounds and get shots. And they do it.
Nebraska basketball, guys. I'm still soaking it in. And I'm saying this in my head, and I'm going to say it out loud. They are the talk of college basketball.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Are you kidding me?
It's wild.
Like, can I just want to just pause and just like the talk of college basketball is Nebraska. What?
No,
It's like
Mike,
a dream.
Mike, you turn that
It's
button
like
off. We don't have to imagine a goddamn thing right
No,
now.
not anymore.
It's reality.
It is reality.
Whether they're saying, oh, they're frauds. They're not, 16-0. It's all a mirage. Or they're saying, this team's fucking good and for real. Either way, we are the talk of college basketball. Not Duke.
Yeah.
Not
No,
Duke.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild.
It's one of those things, and I hesitate to get ahead of myself. And JP, you were just talking about this Nebraska team, the coaching staff, the players, everybody seems to have the same philosophy. The most important game is the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at what they've done and what's ahead of them, there is a very real chance that we go into the Michigan game 20-0.
Mm-hmm.
If you had told me, even last year, that
Right.
eventually, sometime in my life, that we would have a very real conversation about Nebraska basketball being 20-0, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
And now it feels more likely than not.
2 years ago, people were like, fire Fred.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
no, let the guy cook.
It's confusing, but in a really good way.
Yeah. Well, and I mentioned it on
It's like
social
middle
media
school.
after we beat Michigan State and the storming of the court happened. It's like, okay, we can't do that anymore.
No,
Right.
Because we're a legit team now. The only time we can do that is if we take down the number one, or maybe a number two. But that's it. We are a legit basketball team now. There's no more storming the court.
These guys hated me.
Well, and
because I
people
said we
get
shouldn't
mad
be
about it.
storming.
Like Connor said the same. He's like, we shouldn't be storming anymore. And I'm like,
We were
That
supposed
was the
to.
last one, though. I think that
one was deserved.
because it was
That one was.
Izzo. It was a big matchup. It was
Yeah.
that, but that's the last one. And like, sorry, students, that you missed out on that. That's 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 were without the students.
Without the students, I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
But like, it's done now. We're a legitimate contender for the NCAA tournament and beyond. So just got to be humble, got to be confident in what we're doing, and get the job done.
After Jamarcus said it, us fans, we will not do it now.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, that was enough for. That's all he needed to say.
Mhm.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're like,
yes, you're doing.
yeah. I mean, because like you said, although it is still, very new to us, it's becoming game after game. It's becoming very apparent that, you know what, this isn't a mirage. This is a good team.
Yeah.
And we don't need to go into these games assuming losses. That used to be Nebraska ball, man, is can we pull off this upset? And instead we're looking down on Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
We were
We're-
favored. We weren't
we-
supposed to storm the court because we were favored. That's what people were saying. And as someone who stormed the first 2 times,
Yeah.
I did stay in my chair that time because I said, you know what?
You experienced it.
I experienced it
You let-
twice.
yeah.
Jared and I did it for Purdue.
Yeah.
I did it with Wisconsin. It was Wisconsin or Purdue with you?
Purdue.
Wait.
Purdue, yeah. I did it with Wisconsin. I
Are
did
you
it for
talking
Purdue.
about, 2020?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So 2 years ago.
2013 Wisconsin. I stormed.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I did it, but we're done
Yeah,
with
once
that.
you've done it, then
Yes.
that's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you get
we're,
one.
we're done.
No.
And
You
you know.
got one. You got lucky. You got 2.
And my favorite part about storming without student sections is that's generations of Husker fans
Yeah.
who have not experienced success.
Right.
And that's why I give them the green light all the way over the students. And sorry, students, but
Yeah.
when you have generations of Husker fans that are there because the students aren't there, and there's all those extra fans in there that are of all ages,
It's so loud.
It's really cool. And and we actually are very loud for not having our student section there.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Michigan State was electric.
It was so loud. I couldn't hear myself.
That's good.
I was like, well, I guess I'm going to lose my voice. I don't have to work tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I think it's special if the students aren't there because, Mike, again, you are at every game, season ticket holder. We get it.
blah, blah, blah.
But for the other, I hesitate to call you a nerd. You are, but for the other nerds that are there, on a break, the
I'm a
students-
sicko.
Yeah,
I'm not a nerd. I'm a sicko.
The sickos. Students are at home on break. The people that show up, that have been showing up for years and haven't seen that, yeah, it's special for them.
It is.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, just where we're sitting at with this team. I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed to make the tournament. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? Usually we're sitting here going, "Oh my God, they can't.
Got to get to 20. Got to get to 20.
They got to win all their
Okay.
home games, and they can't. They have to just win one road game. It's just we
One
don't
road game. Yeah, I know.
we don't need to do any of that
Uh-uh. No.
prerequisite because the resume right now is pretty baked in.
The resume currently, Mike and I talked about this just before we it was 5:30. In net ranking, Nebraska is 11 right now. But if you
Which
look
is
at,
bullshit, but go ahead.
yeah,
For sure,
I know
for sure.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But if you look at composite resume rankings, Nebraska is the #1 team in the country right now by resume.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 2, Arizona, who is out of 61 votes in the AP, has 60 of them for number 1.
Right.
The only other team that has a single AP top or number 1
Iowa
vote
State, right?
is Iowa State.
Yeah,
they have 1. And Nebraska in resume strength is above both of them.
Yep.
And you'll see that that net ranking is going to go up. I mean, sorry.
We can't but the thing about it is, and I know they won't do it. You can't let your foot off the gas at all.
Yeah.
Foot on the throat.
Yeah. Oregon's coming in. It's Dana. They're not
Yep.
great, but they're decent, and he knows how to compete against Fred and his teams. It's gonna be a dogfight, but we just got to keep the foot on the gas. And everybody, Northwestern, doesn't matter. Put your foot on their throats. You just got to constantly go at it.
I think I want to create some drama that doesn't actually exist, because I know we're going to talk about this at some point. I'm just alluding to it now.
Does it involve Oregon?
It does involve Oregon. There's some Nebraska-Oregon news that came out today.
Go on now.
That's a good transition, honestly.
I think this Nebrasketball team should really put the foot on the throat. Oregon wants to come fuck around with Nebraska. So are we making the transition?
Yeah, just like Dylan is making the transition from Adidas to Nike. We can make the transition to Nebrasketball being a top 10 team to our number 1 quarterback going to the state of Oregon.
Dylan is also making another transition potentially from a starting quarterback to a backup. If Dante Moore doesn't enter the draft, which has not happened yet.
Might just be what he needs. He might need that.
How great would it be, though, for now that Daniel Kaelin's back, too? And he had the exact same thing happen to him in Virginia that Dylan could potentially have happen to him in Oregon. How great would it be that we do great? And Daniel's a part of that and gets to compete and help TJ get better, or the new dude that's a kind of
Calandria
from the bro from UNLV. Dude's got some swag, that's for sure. But like those 3 in that quarterback room, man, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be stressful. It's gonna be fun, and I feel for Dylan and the Raiola family, because that's gonna be probably stressful for a bit.
Yeah. Look, you got people out there that are like, "Oh, Dylan, can we just stop talking about him? Husker fans, can we just get over it? He's finally gone. Can we stop?" Listen, we're going to talk about it. We're going to keep talking about it. Going into next year, he'll still be a topic that Husker fans talk about. So if you're a Nebraska fan out there and you're like, "We really need to stop talking about Dylan," I feel like you're going to be really disappointed.
It's not going anywhere.
Don't listen to our show.
No Husker fan's going to stop talking about it.
Well, dude, especially if you're... Why are you on Twitter? Why are you on message boards if you're just going to bitch about what people talk about? That's literally what Twitter is. It's a hellscape. It's a hell site.
Jared, what's my resolution for 2026?
Don't tell anyone how to fan.
Don't tell me how to fan.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't tell me how I should feel when Nebraska loses, when Nebraska wins, how I need to act.
Right.
Don't tell me how to do that, because some of us, like especially basketball, like we just got done talking about, we haven't been there. So don't act like I've been there, because I haven't. Don't tell me how to fan, and don't tell me how I should feel when Nebraska gets their ass kicked, or if they win or they're riding a high. That's my resolution for 2026.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell people how to fan. Don't tell me how to fan.
Freaking A, Mike. Tell them.
I also think, in my personal opinion, maybe you guys feel differently. I have a feeling you don't. There is a different, like when Adrian Martinez transferred, we talked about Adrian the next season.
Yeah, we did.
We talked to Adrian.
Yeah,
we did talk to
Adrian.
Adrian.
Talked to Adrian during that season. And nobody seemed to care. I think people are upset about people talking about Dylan because the terms on which he departed were a little bit different.
Sure.
Well, because he's a...
Whoa.
I'm just saying, you're going to write a poem when you show up, and then you don't even say goodbye. That's kind of fucked up. Just saying.
It's
just
funny.
saying.
It's funny that you start that way, because that was kind of where I was headed. And it was the same thing I texted you guys about earlier today. You saw the picture that Oregon put out, or Dylan put out, for his commitment. And it's him with a bunch of toxic waste I was like, oh boy.
I need that explained to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Is it because the colors, or why? Like what?
Well, it was certainly about the colors, the green and
Right,
yellow.
the green and
But I was
yellow.
like, there are a lot of Nebraska fans that think Dylan was toxic and a waste. And I was like, I feel like maybe you could have branded that better. But for some reason, like that, like I saw it and I understood in a different way than when Adrian left. I understood that Dylan had to leave. This program didn't work for him.
Yeah.
I do think Oregon was an interesting choice. Frankly, I think it's like Dan Lanning's first non-mobile QB. Dylan's just not mobile. I'm sorry. So it doesn't really fit what Dan Lanning normally does. But my first thought when I saw him with all the toxic waste was like, oh, he's going to get shit on for that.
Mm-hmm.
It took me all of 5 seconds to think. People are going to say that he was toxic at Nebraska.
It's not like that sweatsuit that he wore was slimming either. I'm just he was getting a lot of flack just in the social media sphere of things.
You got all that Nike money and you don't have one person in the room like, hey, maybe this is fucking stupid.
Hey, maybe rock the yellow highlighter thing, you know?
Yeah.
I heard that than not wear yellow because I'm a big guy. I look like a giant road cone if I did that. Like, no, thank you. Black is slimming. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I'm just, I'm scrolling through Twitter and some of the things that people are saying, I'm like, can you imagine like 2 years ago if you would have told yourself like, hey, just so you know, like people are going to be out on this website in 2 years going, he's not in shape.
Fat.
He's, it's just like some of the things that people are saying out there is like, wow. It's just an amazing, like once they aren't Huskers anymore,
It's like
it brings out the side of humanity that, I'm on the internet and I can say whatever the fuck I want. Right. And I know his dad, Dominic, isn't going to come and punch me. Right. It's just, dang, if you would have told yourself 2 years ago, he's fat, he can't move, he actually sucks. Like
the Mahomes thing, like
he's fake, he's toxic, like all these things, either physically or like his character. Some people are calling his character not of high degree.
I don't agree with that part.
My question for you guys is, at least again, for me, when Adrian went to K-State, I didn't see a lot of hate for Adrian. There was actually like a lot of Husker fans, just like, we love you.
Had to happen.
Yeah. With Dylan, his departure, was it about the way they departed? Because I felt like Dylan really was a part of this university. I thought he was a great face for the program while he was here.
Him and Emmett.
They were
too. Yeah.
So like, I'm guess trying to reconcile it maybe with myself, because I feel a difference between those two departures, but I can't put my finger on it. Like, what do you guys have a reason why you think they might feel different?
You make a good example because like even Casey Thompson coming in and he left and people don't hate him.
Nobody comes back.
Yeah, he comes back. He enjoys visiting. And there's certain players, like, does Dylan make it now like the list of like the top 5 most hated former Huskers, like him, Trev Alberts, Scott, and a couple other people?
Yeah, but like
is he in the top 5? Is it because of what, like, because we put so much heart and soul into being behind Dylan, and then to just get not even a goodbye, see you later, how you doing type of thing, whereas everybody else has.
Yeah, we felt like we invested in him emotionally. Okay, you had the Raiola name, right? And not only that, we felt like we had to defend Dylan from the Patrick Mahomes shit, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people were clowning him, and here's most of Husker Nation, not all, but most were going, you guys are making way too much of this. Yeah. That's our guy, right?
Let him be. He emulates a guy he looks up to.
Yep.
Like he's just doing that. Like it's like if somebody goes up and does the Nomar Garciaparra glove thing when they're up to bat, it's just because they respect that guy and that's what they do.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the other thing. We talk about how the Husker fan base defended Dylan. They were invested in Dylan.
Yes.
It took a year and a half before the Teefers were out in what felt like full force. We're like, oh, we need to see what TJ Lateef can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
sure.
I think maybe the fan base felt like they were invested in Dylan more than they actually were. And that maybe they deserved more from Dylan and his departure than they actually did.
Well, and I think as a Husker fan and what we're seeing Indiana do, it's like, why can't we do that? Right. And like, I think people are comparing apples to oranges in that aspect. And it's like, with what Rule's doing and the players he brings in, the coaches he brings in, he's trying to develop a program. Whereas, what's his name? Signetti, the angry guy, just brings in and just fills spots, and he's methodical about it. He's the Bill Belichick of the NCAA.
He's a unicorn, though.
You hate
you're
it, but
chasing. You're chasing something that's never happened before.
Right, never happened before. And Rule and all these other coaches are trying to figure out the secret sauce to sustain bringing in freshmen and have them be solid, but also bringing in transfers to help support that and then lift the whole program up. And Signetti got lucky. I don't know if he sold a family member and their soul to the devil or what, but he's that level that everybody else is like, well, why isn't it us? Why didn't that work with Dylan? Why didn't that happen for the Huskers?
Yeah, I'm not going to say he got lucky, but it's just, I keep saying he's an alien because it's like he's like a fucking,
he's one of one, dude.
Yeah, he's so weird.
I remember watching, you've seen The Terminator, 1984.
Yeah.
Arnold just drops out of nowhere, right? And he's in the robot. It's just like, that's Signetti. He just comes out of nowhere, kind of. And it's mercenary. He's a different cat, man.
Instead of dropping in like, give me your clothes, he's like, give me your natties. He's
Yeah,
just gonna come in and take them right away.
Yeah.
So Connor, you said, like, why is this different than the Adrian thing? And to me, I think it's the way it was handled. So like, obviously Dylan came in with flashing lights, immediately adopted Nebraska culture and everything, started camps here. I mean, was an excellent ambassador for your program.
Yeah.
But it's the way he left is the way that the fans are taking it. So, as being the face of everything, being in front of everything, and then when he breaks his fibula, he goes dark. And he's been dark until today.
Right.
So that's how long Dylan has been dark.
He posted on something on Instagram and took it down. But then it's been dark since
he's been dark since then. And so I think that's what rubs this fan base the wrong way, because I'm sorry, like, we're the most loyal and we're the best fans in college football.
All he had to do was say 3 words. Thank you, Nebraska.
100%.
And the fan base would have been like, all right, I get it. It's just not going to work.
Yeah, not going to work. And I wrote an article on Nebraska on SI of just like former head coach Scott.
Normally, I prefer back. Oh, you motherfucker.
Just like former head coach Scott. Just Dylan Raiola in Nebraska had to happen.
Yeah.
Scott in Nebraska had to happen. Right. Dylan in Nebraska had to happen. Right. It didn't work out, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And both of them were Nebraska saying, you know what? I think it'd be best for us to part ways.
Yeah.
People can say this is a Dylan thing where he's like, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. But I think it was pretty mutual. I think Matt Rule needs to figure out what Nebraska needs to look like without Dylan. Mm-hmm. And I think Dylan needs to figure out what Dylan looks like without Nebraska. Yeah, so exactly. I think it is what it is.
So I do agree that Dylan probably, at its least, just said thank you. Yeah. Whether he meant it or not.
Yeah. We gave him 3.5 million reasons to say thank you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Whether he meant it or not, you say thank you. Yeah. But again, back to my point where we gave him a year and a half. And while I don't believe it was the majority of Nebraska fans, the vocal part of that fan base was yelling, what about TJ Lateef? And how does that feel as Dylan, who has, had, frankly, I love them. I support them. Dog shit O-lines for 2 years.
Yeah.
And for a guy who is...
but whose fault is that? I think the last name is still the same.
We all know.
Yeah.
We all know.
I'm just saying.
But, for a quarterback who straight up is not mobile.
But that's the thing is, if you want to be the man in the arena, you want to be the next Tom Brady, you have to get through the shitty parts.
Absolutely.
You have to endure no matter what. What the best case scenario for him was when he broke his leg, to be there and be the champion for TJ and push him and then come back and then compete for the number 1 spot. And if you don't get it, cool, fine, leave. But if you want to truly be the guy and not have to have it completely catered for you, have them bring in all the 5-star offensive linemen you can find, all the 5-star wide receivers you can find, That's never going to happen. That is the unicorn. That is not going to happen. It doesn't matter what program it is. It's not going to happen on a regular basis. So you have to be the guy who can endure. And that's why it's like, I hope like Trey Taylor, I love the guy and what he's had to say. And he was a disciple of Dylan's, and it was basically recruited by Dylan and Emmett. I like what he's had to say so far. And I hope he comes in here and he's his own man and just does it and tries to earn the job. I think TJ has the ability to do it and earn the job as well. I think the other guys that are coming in have a chance to help him do that or compete and get the job themselves. And that's okay. Our national championships, it was Tommy Frazier and Brooke Behringer. It was 2 quarterbacks. Tommy was amazing, but he had a 10-cent head half the time, and Brooke would come in and settle everybody down. So it's not a bad thing to have a 2 quarterback system.
Yeah.
So
100%.
here's where I have to be the guy that I hate.
Okay.
And it's exactly what you were just talking about is, if Dylan wanted to be the guy, he had to deal with that injury, stay behind Lateef, encourage him, and come back next year ready to compete. Dylan Raiola, in my opinion, has never successfully dealt with adversity. Every time he's seen it, he's run. We saw it in high school. We've seen it now in college. That's who he is, and it's what he's shown us. It's unfortunate. I do wish him the best, but it seems like every time he sees adversity, he moves.
Yeah.
And that isn't what I think Nebraska is built around. And Mike, it goes back to what you said, where I think this was more of a mutual parting of ways, where he felt like there were greener pastures, and so did Nebraska. And I think it's because of that.
I don't think Matt Rule's sitting here going, oh man, fuck, lost Dylan. I don't think he's thinking that at all. I think he's kind of over that. I think he's over the experience of the Raiolas.
Yes.
I think it's
a good way
not just Dylan. I think there's other things going on.
It was Zonovic. It was Dayton. It was everybody.
Right. I mean, you hear about
so hard to build a program when you got to deal with,
entire family.
everything else.
Yeah.
Matt Rule has to figure out what he wants Nebraska football to be, just like how it seems like Fred Hoiberg has figured out what he wants his team to look like here.
Right.
I think he's figuring out what type of offense I might need to run to be successful in the Big Ten. I think it's fair to say the type of quarterback you brought in with Dylan, you probably didn't set him up 100%, right? You didn't have the greatest offensive line, but at the same time, Dylan did himself no favors because his pocket presence and awareness, that needs a lot of work too. And so him going to Oregon, maybe he's sitting a year. And I think he's probably doing the thing that he ideally should have when he came to Nebraska.
He was a raw prospect.
And I know it would have never happened. I know that. I know that he would have never sat behind McCord. I know. But I'm just saying, in hindsight especially, you're like, he might have benefited greatly from just chilling, right? He's going to go to Oregon, and he should just go under the radar, just work in the dark, right? Mm-hmm. Try to lose some poundage. Work on some people are saying that. Some people are saying that.
Some people
just saying there's probably some things we need to work on. So if he's going to redshirt and work in the dark, stay under the radar, but then he's doing this fucking tracksuit thing with the Nike logo, it's like, all right, maybe not. I don't know. But go on. Yeah.
I mean, there's also something to be said about him going to Oregon. And again, you say a not so great pocket presence. I would say non-existent pocket presence.
I'm trying to be a little.
Yeah, I understand.
Sensitive. Yeah. Nice.
The sensitivity has left my system. I'm
just
going to call it like I
know.
see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's going to Oregon, who every year is producing a top 10 O-line.
They're going to be fine. He's going to be so good.
The pocket presence is much less important at Oregon than it is at Nebraska.
He's got Samoans in front of him. They're going to just make sure he doesn't get touched at all. It's just
the real poly pipeline.
Right,
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing, and this is weird to say it, I was just thinking as you were saying it, it's like Husker football needs to take a page out of Nebraska basketball.
Yes.
Because
please.
Did you see what we went through with Teddy Buckets and Cam Mack? Bryce McGowan, everybody's like, oh, he went to the NFL.
5-star.
Oh my God, how do we lose him? How did Fred lose him? Why is he going to the NBA?
Right.
It wasn't the right fit.
Right.
It worked for him in that point in time. And his brother was amazing for us and was a stud the entire time he was here too. It just wasn't the right fit, but it was the stepping stone to what is the right fit in an undefeated top 10 Nebraska basketball.
Well, it goes back to the point of, like, you had to do it. You don't not take Bryce McGowan's, right?
Correct.
You listen, you don't not take Dylan.
Right.
He's a 5-star golden arm, golden boy with the last name of Raiola. And you know what? In the long run, you take a Bryce McGowan who has to do everything on his own, right? And if things don't go right, you're probably losing. You take a Dylan, you hope he's your savior. You do these things, and it doesn't go the way you planned. You learn your lesson. It helps you in the long run. It helps you figure out, actually, my team needs to do this instead. I figured out, I've learned from my mistakes. So now let's get a quarterback that can run a little bit.
Yeah.
And, but
what's the bigger indictment with Dylan's connection, his family connection to the program? The bigger indictment, is it not getting Dylan, or getting Dylan, it doesn't work and he leaves? I think
we'll find out.
Well,
I think, in my opinion, that you can't answer that until you see how Dylan's story ends. In my opinion.
Well, so I think right now, as a Husker fan, as of today at whatever
6:51.
time it is, 6:51 p.m., sitting here, we got Dylan. Dylan didn't work. Dylan left. I'm excited for Calandria. Yes. I'm excited for that. We saw it didn't work, but if we didn't get Dylan, every morning we woke up and we talked about Husker football.
Yep.
Every
He'd
one
be
of
our
us,
Joe Burrow.
Every one of us would be asking, "What
it's
if?"
the same thing. The
Yes.
what if.
The what if.
But we got it. We got the what if.
We did the what if,
and it didn't work.
No, it did not work.
Moving on.
And you talk about the Bryces of the world and the Dylans of the world, these 5-star guys that wanted to choose Nebraska, right?
Mm.
But what we're finding out, at least in basketball, is we need a guy named like Rank Mass to get older, stay old, be smart, and maybe that's Anthony Calandria. Maybe he's our Rank Mask in football. Who knows?
Yeah,
right. We don't know until they actually play some games.
Right.
But like Nebraska now is going and getting an older quarterback that has been through some ups and downs in his career.
Indeed.
And I feel like Rank Mask, I mean, he was at, Bradley College, and now he had to go through an up and then down to a down with his knee injury. And now he's riding the biggest high of his career.
Yeah.
Hey, who says that can't happen in football? I don't know, but we did get some portal guys. And JP, I don't know how much in the know you are with the portal stuff.
15 today.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
A lot. Well, I was just happy to see that McGahee and Shavers were back. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
sure. Yeah.
And I don't blame them for going and testing the waters.
Go
I
ahead.
don't blame you
No.
at all. Go try it out. If you find a place that fits you, cool. If not, come back. We have no ill will. Just come back and let's try it again. I think Daniel Kyhn, I had no ill will when he left Nebraska. I saw it for him, and the writing on the wall is that Dylan's the guy. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to be number 2, and eventually maybe I'll get a chance. And he went somewhere else and he tried it. The same thing with Jamarcus Lawrence. He was good with us.
Yes.
He went away, came back. He's great with us.
Yes.
And it takes that development and just growing up. Again, these are kids. Some of them haven't even gone their first beer yet. They're a group of young people that are learning how to not only grow into their body, but also grow mentally. And so to be able to have a Calandria come in and have him mentor Latif and have Daniel Kyhn come in with the knowledge he has. The three of them, that three-headed monster is going to be fun. I think they're going to be very competitive with each other, and I think it's going to be really, really good for the team.
Well, and people don't really know this, but Danny Kyhn already played with Calandria at Virginia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was there 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Calandria was that.
Yeah.
So they're familiar with each other.
Buds.
And my thing is we thought, if you don't recall this quarterback competition, if you want to call it that, when Dylan and Danny went at it, 2 years ago, like Dylan, supposedly, according to Rule, who usually is pretty truthful with us, he pushed Dylan. Could Danny Kyhn push Latif for the number 2 job? Maybe it wasn't Dylan that's supposed to bring Nebraska back. Maybe it is a Danny Kyhn. I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe that's a stretch, but I'm just saying, like, this guy also had Power 4 offers, Elite 11 guy. Sure. So I think it's good for Latif regardless of having a guy like Danny Kyhn come in here and push him. And Danny's going to try to compete. I mean, there's no doubt that he wants to play. So it's a win for Nebraska with that recruiting pickup, I guess.
I find it interesting that you're asking, can Danny push Latif for the 2 job? I don't think there's a guaranteed 1.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, that's why I think it's a great competition.
I don't think there's a guaranteed one. I think Calandria is easily the favorite.
Just because of experience and age. Yeah,
sure. I think that Calandria is the favorite, but I would be shocked if you're bringing in guys like this that they're not like this thing's going to be wide open. Frankly, I think Kyhn might be a number 2 slot here. Like Latif is good, but I like Kyhn for whatever reason.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a wrench.
Throw a wrench. Be the guy. Be that guy.
Listen, people are gonna take what I have to say as anti-Kyhn, and it's not that. I think the quarterback room overall is stronger than it was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna doubt that whatsoever. The only thing that I'm doubting is you go out and get a guy like Calandria who should be running a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Holgerson should be letting Calandria cook and kind of let him do the gunslinger. Listen,
Johnny Manziel.
There's going to be turnovers, guys. I'm just telling you right now. Like this, I feel like this Calandria guy, I don't know if a lot of people are ready. He's going to be whipper. He's going to be.
We saw Jeff Sims. I think he'll be fine.
Listen, throw the word out there, moxie. Like he's going to be out there swinging his, maybe not like JP
swinging
out on the lawn,
out on the quad,
But I don't know if Husker fans are necessarily ready for that. But I'm just saying, you bring in a Calandria, you have Latif, who in theory can run, and then you bring in Kyhn, and I feel like his style is kind of contradicting what we want, or maybe what Rule wants Nebraska to be. So I'm just not sure that the Kyhn style.
Yeah, you think the pro style thing's done, like the pocket passer thing.
Well, I feel like if you're trying to find an identity, why are you getting quarterback that doesn't necessarily line up with that? And then as soon as he comes in, it's like, oh crap! Now Holgerson has to change his style or change the play calling.
Well, who's to say that Holgerson didn't ask for, like, go after a guy like, hey, Danny be really good as a just in case.
Yeah,
or maybe we want to do this, and maybe both, and we don't know because they don't have to tell us. But maybe Dana and Matt have had long conversations about what the hell do we do with Dylan in this offense, and now it's like, okay, well, now we're not pressured into building this offense around Dylan. What offense do we want to run? Mm-hmm. And then let's find the pieces that work for it.
Well, JP, for the past few weeks, I'm just not sure that they know. I'm just not sure they know.
Because they don't have an identity.
And I just don't know if bringing in Kyhn, maybe they have had conversations like, this Kyhn should work. But I think, to me, that just kind of is like, well, Dana, he comes here. How much is Rule actually contributing to the offense? Is he handcuffing him? We didn't think he was.
No,
we thought Dana would have the lab to himself and he could cook. But then Rule goes out and talks about John Butler and how he had to force John Butler to do things that he wasn't good at. And so,
I will say this, because Dana, as an offensive coordinator and has done it in the past, John was never a true defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
true.
He was learning the job on the fly and had a decent idea with it and had to use the defense that was here before, but like switching it up, he wasn't ready and prepared to be the defensive coordinator. I think Dana and Matt said, listen, we got Dylan, we got to run the offense to cater to him. And then when he went down, it's like, okay, we can play with it a little bit. And then TJ got his hamstring hurt. And so it's like they were floundering because they didn't have an offensive line to really do any kind of offense other than give Emmett the ball. And that worked well for a while. And like, even in the bowl game, it's like those first 2 drives were like, wow, this is great.
Yes.
And
give the running back the ball.
Like, wait, did somebody lose the playbook between those first 2 drives and the rest of the game? Like, where'd it go? What happened? What did we do? What did we change?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's just a lot of pieces that were in place because we didn't have the pieces that they wanted for their offense. And so now it's like, okay, now you've had some opportunities to grab some big dogs to put on the front line. You've got 3 quarterbacks that all have their own identities, but yet still all mesh with just about any kind of offense you've got. So let's see what they can do with it, what they'll do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I don't think Danny Kyhn is a statue by any means. Like
No.
compared to 15,
right?
He is Michael Vick compared to 15.
Michael Vick, yeah, I don't know about that.
Wow.
He's a real dog. I was
Connor,
talking about his
hold on.
ability to fight forward.
Yeah.
Connor.
But no, so
You're
obviously we look at Calandria. Calandria is, I would argue, the most mobile quarterback that Nebraska has seen since 2
Taylor?
a.m.
Yeah.
I would say 2 a.m. Adrian Martinez,
Well, sure.
not Taylor. You've got TJ, who is mobile. And then between TJ and Dylan, I would put Danny Kyhn.
Right.
Would you guys correct
And it
me
would
on
have
any
probably
part
been
of
that if Danny wouldn't have left. It probably would have been that
Yeah.
in that order.
Yeah, I agree. So like, I don't see this. I still see Danny being very, very competitive for that number 2 slot. I don't see, even though he is more of a pro style quarterback than TJ Lateef is, I don't see that as like a massive factor inside this room. That was a good splash.
I know. I did that too.
I
To
saw
JP.
you do it as well. Yeah.
Not our fault. That's the Cup's fault.
Yeah, it's the Cup.
I figure, look, a lot of people were freaking out about the D-line and not having a D-line coach. We've got a D-line coach.
Maybe it's not official, right?
It's not official, right?
Is it not?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it?
I don't really know.
I
Oh,
thought
God.
it was.
They announced it on.
Yeah, it's official,
Major
right?
News, yeah.
Okay, so it is done.
Yeah.
It's done now.
It's done. We have a D-line coach, Mike.
Okay.
Relax.
Okay, I mean I'm
And
relaxed.
he's familiar with our DC, so
Yeah.
they work together. So yeah, that works.
Did we talk about it? Just doesn't feel like that's like the first choice. Was that us? I know I had this conversation over the last 24 hours.
Well, just given the timing, how you would have loved for them to have someone lined up sooner. Maybe they did strike out. I would love to know if they did strike out who Rule might have wanted. You heard the name Frank Oakham out there.
Yeah.
The ex-Toledo, current Houston Texan, assistant D-line coach in the NFL. That sounds familiar. So yeah, maybe. I think it's entirely possible. But but then again, with Orich, you got to let him have the say.
Yeah.
Because again, how
Please.
much do we
Right.
want Rule to meddle in his assistants? Like you're hiring your OC and DC for a reason. Let Orich cook in terms of hiring and on game day, please.
We
That's
have
my request.
familiarity in the staff. I like that.
Sure.
We have a track record of success.
We have to listen. We have to be open to lower level coaches coming here, and like just because you didn't know them offhand, let me ask most Husker fans: what D-line coaches do you know of? Can you name off the top of your head? It's going to be fucking zero.
They're gonna go Elijah Robinson because somebody told me I had to like that guy because he coached with the Rule. This guy that they hired played at the University of Iowa.
Yes.
Right? He played for Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah.
I think he knows a little bit about
Just a little bit about defensive
physicality,
line.
defensive line, culture, all those things. Just throwing that out there. That's a requirement I would love, honestly.
Over the last year, maybe 2 years, I don't know how many times I've said the phrase, the next best coach you've seen is a name you haven't heard yet.
Right.
Like that's just how it
Kurt
goes.
Signetti. Nobody knew who that guy was.
Who's that guy?
Who was he? Nobody knew who he was. And now he's playing for a national championship.
And he's probably going to dominate.
Probably.
We've had this conversation on the show, on live air, about how Kurt Signetti is absolutely in the discussion for the best NCAA head coach of the last 20 years.
Yeah.
He's been at Indiana for 2.
100%.
Like
It's the same thing with Emmett Johnson.
yeah,
Like he was overlooked by Minnesota, but Rule saw something in him and the dog that he was, and just let him do his thing. And he ran for it and he almost made a Heisman nomination. He should have been in the Heisman chatter. He was so good.
at least
If we would have won a few more games.
So he had no offensive line and he was doing this. Psh, let's go.
Just real quick, I love that we got an Iowa Western guy,
Thank you.
and it's
Finally.
Hey,
Mike.
it's
Big baller.
Berberia.
Berberia. Yeah.
Say that.
Berberia. Berberia.
With the sack.
Big Mac sack. throw the bones with the Whop or the Big Macs or whatever.
The Big Mac sack. I remember that. Yeah.
That was great. And then we weren't getting sacks. So they were like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
They
They need to bring them back. We might get some.
Yeah.
Well, look, I feel like this Berberia guy, just given how we finally went to IDub and we got a player from there, an actual player from there. Not, he went there and then he reached. No. This is an actual Iowa Western Reaver. Okay.
Let's go. Like me.
Mike is a freaking Reaver himself.
I'm a graduate.
Listen, I'm just telling
Thank
you right now. He's going to be a fan favorite. I feel like this guy's going to be a fan favorite. And kind of like with Kevin Gallick, at least he's our favorite.
Well, he was my favorite for sure.
Listen.
Yeah.
So, and then we had to get a long snapper because Gallick probably
He's
isn't
not going to get the
playing.
eligibility. It's funny that the NCAA is finally cracking down on eligibility things like it actually matters, Like,
Right.
who cares?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, we didn't give Trinidad James a 7th year or whatever it was. It was 6, I think. But
Trinidad.
we got tight ends going for 8, but Trinidad getting 6. Too much.
God
Too
forbid.
much.
God forbid.
So, look, I'm just going to say, I know we're kind of up against it, but would like a few more linemen, would like a few more offensive linemen, would like a few more defensive linemen,
Depth.
would like a running back too. Can we get a running back?
You know what I appreciate is no one else sees us except for, us 3 here. JP, I'm sorry, you're not in the group text. We'll add you if you
That's
want
okay.
to.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to be in that.
I love group texts. They're fun.
Yeah.
I just respond in GIF form usually, mostly.
Me too.
That happens a lot.
JP would just send pictures of himself, if you know what I mean.
No, I'm not
If
that
you know
vain.
what I mean.
I'm not that vain.
JP stands for just penis.
Hey.
No, but Kyle routinely, every time we get a portal edition, Kyle just sends us a screenshot that he's been cropping of the additions we need as a team.
And it's just D-line,
right now, yeah.
question mark.
Right now, it's just D-line.
We filled 2. We have filled 2 spots.
Got to.
The latest one I'm interested in,
The pit guy?
the pit guy. And the
Yeah,
only reason I'm interested in is because he's 6 foot.
yeah.
I've never
6 foot
seen-
230.
6 foot? No, he's 270.
270.
6
maybe I
foot,
misread it.
270.
Yeah.
Just
Bowling
kind of an
ball.
odd shape for a
nugget.
defensive lineman
Well,
in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Interior D lineman.
Is he interior? We're gonna have a 4-man front now.
I
Is
think
he at
he's-
the end?
I think he's supposed to be interior.
Then that's weird.
I thought he was interior.
It's just one of those things that
He's-
you look at and you go, oh,
Hey,
He's shorter than
can't-
me. That's
Oh,
kind of weird.
I will say you can't overlook a short guy because
Okay.
they'll come in and they will knock you
damn
the
right.
hell out.
Low man wins.
Low man wins all the time.
Let's
They
hope
will. That's what I with coaching LSU football. If you got a small guy that's beefy, I put him right at nose tackle because I know he's going to weasel his way through and hit that quarterback or get his hand up there, that little paw up there, and knock the ball loose. Just go after the ball. Go after the ball, man. Just stay low. Go after the ball.
I want a 5'8", 380-pound nose tackle. Just a squat.
That's
squat
an
him out.
actual bowling ball.
Like a sumo wrestler. Yeah.
That's what I want.
You ever see Charlie in the Chocolate Factory? When Violet eats like just round.
I want that in the middle of my defense. Connor, get your phone so you can do the signovation thing.
Oh, yeah. Is it about that
Just say it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying.
can tell me.
That's what's
trying.
hard about
Is that
podcasts.
time?
You can just be raw and say somebody's got to read that
Let me read it.
sponsor.
Hey, while you're looking for that, let me do another ad read. Our good friends here at Heavy Brewing gave us these sweet Steins.
Dude, they're nice.
Those are nice.
They're high quality.
Right? So that's what we're gonna drink out of on our show now.
I do, Mike. You had to-
They gave us this flyer too. It's called Drinker Size. It's this Saturday. For those of you who like drinking beer and also want to do a little bit of exercise,
Okay.
you can go to Heavy Brewing on Saturday, January 17th at 10 a.m. and get your workout on. Lift some kegs up.
Oh, you could do some good,
Yeah.
good prep.
Yes. They actually have pictures of people in kegs.
Yeah.
Get some sweat on and then finish with some good ass beer. So
Right.
if you guys want to sign up, it's $20 over at Heavy Brewing. $20 in Gretna, Nebraska. So
Listen,
shout out to
it's-
our friends at Heavy Brewing.
It's been a while since I've actually, gotten after it on a workout. Okay.
Doing some
But-
kegs.
Ooh, you're
But-
kidding.
Telling you, I know it feels good once you get done with that workout.
You need an ice cold beer.
You feel good, right? You feel invigorated. You need a little brewski after.
Question. I'm seeing you in short shorts really high socks, the wristbands on both hands.
Yeah,
kissing the pecs.
Oh yeah,
Kissing
no, he's in the full sweats. The
Yeah.
pump you up.
yeah.
No, I'm in the Dylan Raiola sweats. Just all gray.
It looks like you're wearing pants, but it's actually just your legs. Just hairy legs. Like albino white hairy legs and hair.
Hey,
Red
they're not
hair.
that white. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. They're pretty white. But
Look at you.
okay, well, before he gets to the Sinovation, is there anything else we want to talk about? Is there anything, JP, that's on your
JP, is there
chest?
anything going on?
Oh yeah, we got a ton of concerts that are starting. We got Casey Donahue on Friday at the
Wait,
Bourbon
where?
Theater. Bourbon Theater in Lincoln. Yeah,
What day?
Friday. There's a handful of
Shit.
tickets still available. I bet Coach Rule will be there because he's a huge fan,
Who is
not only of Casey Donahue, but I believe Drew Phillips is the opening act, which is a local guy, and he's awesome. And so we got that. We're gonna be our onesie crawls back.
Let's go.
Which is basically a bar crawl from the rail yard through to the Haymarket, a bunch of different bars. February 7th, it's a Saturday. You show up in a onesie. Yeah, you donate money to the Operation Warm, which is with the Lincoln Firefighters, Local 644, and us team up, and we purchase coats for kids in like elementary school in Lincoln, and we pick somebody. They go through and they find the schools that have the situation where kids are not able to come to school because they don't have a coat. Their family can't afford it, and they have to walk from their home to school, and so they don't go. And so this program was set up nationally to help get coats on kids and get them to school and help them get there. And we've had donations of like hat and gloves as well. So it's a cool event, and just go and drink beer and wear onesies and have a good time. And we're giving away Hardy tickets with it, like a Hardy winning weekend type of thing. So yeah, just a ton of concerts. It's going to be fun. Good season with Savannah Bananas coming to town, and then Memorial Stadium getting 2 massive concerts, and Zach Bryan and the boys from Oklahoma. It's going to be a very busy concert season, and I love it. It's great.
Well, and your buddy is Matt Rule. You know, dude's at every concert. Like, as someone who gets
he's a huge
fan. Tickets, he's always like right there.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun to just cut loose and enjoy some good country music, and he has a very good taste in his country music. So
that's
it's a
good.
good time.
Oh yeah.
Connor,
hit us with it, baby.
Hey, do the housekeeping thing.
Yeah. All right. If you're looking at me right now, Mike, I saw you changing batteries. My camera's
Yeah,
on.
it's on. Dude, I'm quick with it.
I saw you.
Yeah, I dropped it, hit the ground. Like, I was like a NASCAR pit crew over here.
Yeah, so you're looking at my ugly mug right now, but what you see beside me is a nice little logo for Sinovation Omaha. At Sinovation Omaha, your image is their business. From eye-catching indoor and outdoor signs to clear professional wayfinding solutions, they're going to help your brand stand out where it matters the most. Transform your walls with stunning wraps, turn your vehicles into rolling billboards with custom decals, and add privacy or style with vinyl window graphics. When you partner with Sinovation Omaha, you're not just going to get signage, you're adding curb appeal and creating a lasting first impression for your customers. Shout out to Sinovation Omaha. If you've seen it, if you've been watching the episode the entire time, you've seen the wall behind me, you've seen the wall behind JP and Jared. It's beautiful. It's done very, very well. That's all done right here in-house by Sinovation Omaha.
My God.
Just perfect.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. He doesn't sound as good as JP on 96.9, but he is getting there. You have had a little bit of practice.
Editing. Practice and editing. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we have anything else. Do you think?
No. All right. NBNRpodcast.com. We're on Spotify, Apple, any social media site. If you just Google us, you'll find us. We are the Kurt Signetti of Nebraska podcast, man.
Let's go. We're a freaking unicorn.
Damn right.
I'm one of your hosts, Jared Holt.
Mike Delaware.
Connor Cavalack.
JP.
As always, beat Oregon.
Dylan.
Beat Oregon and a lot of things.
Yeah, tomorrow in basketball at PBA, 8:00, I believe. Right?
Yep, 8:00. Down go the Ducks.
Say hi to this guy if you go.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you have to
don't take pictures of him like Mike does.
You have to have really good seats to get to JP because he's kind of a big deal. But
the scorers table.
Yeah, he's at the scorers table. He's got the best seat in the house, right next to Fred Hoiberg.
I get to hear him curse so much.
I asked you to throw a spitball on what's his bucket?
on Izzo.
On Izzo. I'm like, hey, shoot a freaking Shoot a
Just
spitball
stay
at
in
Tom
your
Izzo.
box, man. Don't go on the
Dude.
court.
Who was on the court more in that game? Let me ask you
Izzo.
this.
Oh,
And his
Izzo
assistant
or
coach.
Bryce Sanford?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're not going to
That's a
do it to
good
Dana Altman because Dana Altman's kind of he's nice and
Well, he's not going to be on the court.
Right.
Because he's respectful.
The entire
Boring.
Indiana staff was on the court at that away game. Like, Jesus,
Yeah.
Crazy.
just get back.
and GBR.